What's up, collectors? P-Rockzilla back again, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Ahsoka Tano figure by Hot Toys. And this is a figure I've been waiting for because I already have my 501st on display, and all I needed was Ahsoka and Anakin to complete that display, so I'm almost there. I'm just waiting for my Anakin now. And before I get this started, I want to give a big shout out to Paystrick. He gave me a good deal on this figure. This was a copy of his that he picked up. He no longer wanted it. Of course, I had this pre-order ready, so I canceled my pre-order to grab that from him, and he gave me a good deal on this. It got here pretty quick. Was a little worried with the shipping because it took a little delay, but it got here safe. So big shout out to Paystrick. Appreciate it, man. So this figure right here did get a lot of flack at first, but not a lot, a little bit of flack because people thought the face sculpt was changed to look more like Rosario Dawson. I don't see that. At least I didn't see it in the promo pictures. I haven't opened her yet, so I can't really fully confirm that. But from the pictures I see here, I don't see Rosario Dawson. I know the Rosario Dawson one's coming out. I do have that pre-ordered. I'm looking forward to that one. But until then, I'm happy to have her and finally have my display complete, almost complete. So let's get the review started. Dale. Let's take a look at the box before we get the figure out the box. So in the front, you had two pictures of Ahsoka, one with the hood on, one without. Star Wars, Hot Toys logo there. Star Wars logo in the bottom. On the side, Ahsoka's name, 1/6 scale figure. On the other side, nice picture of Ahsoka. Top portion, Star Wars logo again. And then in the back, you have the barcode and all the legal information there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get Ahsoka out the box. So once you get the front box cover, you agree with the slip cover of Ahsoka right there with the dual sabers. Nice picture there. And you move that out the way. Then you have the figure here. As you can see, the front cover, the front part has the lightsabers there. You see the figure there, all your accessories. Then the base and stay in the bottom. Alright, so let's go ahead and get Ahsoka out and all your accessories so we can take a closer look at everything in good detail. So now we have Ahsoka laid out with all the accessories that come in the package. And of course, let's take a look at the figure first. Now you do get a strong smell of paint when you open the figure. I'm not sure, maybe because of the silicone or the type of material her outfit's made out of. So let's go ahead and look at the figure first. So you can see, there we have Ahsoka. I love the paint application on the tendrils, whatever you call these things. I forgot the name of them. As you can move across, you see nice little weathering on some of the plates here on her outfit. See some weathering here too. Not too much weathering. Still is clean, but has like, some weathering. Which to me is a good look. I'm not a big fan of like the huge weathering, maybe just because unless it's intentional or it's like a battle damage version, but at the same time too, not a big fan of the completely clean outfits. So when you have like a little weathering like this, lets you know they've been through some stuff. This is pleather back here. This is like a stretchy cloth. Pleather right here, and there's a split cut, can't tell. Doesn't look split cut. This is like a softer cloth, so this is going to be good for articulation. It's hard body under here. The only part that actually has soft silicone is the arms. And then the material around her wrists and are the same type of material around her skirt type area. So yep, this is Ahsoka. So let's go ahead and look at the articulation. So the head can move side to side, but you are a little hindered because of the rubbing with these right here. Same thing in the back. As you can see here. Now let's see if the head can move back because of that. So you are limited with some articulation looking up because of the back portion right here. And the same thing with looking down. She can look down, but not too far down. Go side to side. Arms can go all the way up. You'll see the silicone portion right there. And then the waist, let's see. She can arch her back. Pretty good. There we go. Good arching backwards. Let's see the ab crunch. So decent ab crunch. She can go forward. Decent amount. More back than forward. The costume does bunch up right here, but there's nothing to worry about. You can actually kind of pull down here a little bit to kind of bring it down more. And then see the arms. So this is the part a lot of people are worried about with the seamless bodies. As you can see there, the arms do get a decent bend. No protruding in the back of the elbow, but you do see the wrinkle there, which is lifelike. You do, you know, that's how normally our skin is with the wrinkles. So you do see that there. Yep. It does go back to normal. Do you get any? Nope. So you don't get any, obviously because of the seamless arm, you don't get any swivel at the bicep or anything. So you don't get anything there. So let's just see. So that arm can go that far. Let's see this arm. That can go this far. And you get a little bit of swivel right there at the elbow. Just be careful keeping these posts for too long. You will get that crease there and it will stay there. If they're like TV league bodies, then basically you will have that crease, but then when you kind of straighten it out over time, it should flesh out. All right, so let's look at the legs. So she can do, because like I said, because of the soft cloth here, the legs should be very good articulation, should have good articulation. So you could do some of a pose, a split, Don't want to rip the cloth here. So she can go pretty further. I'm pretty sure she can. It's just pulling up on here. And it is pretty stretchy. So the legs can go pretty far up, pretty far back. Just like that. She does get double bend at the knees. So beautiful. She could do the Jorge Masvidal flying knee. That's good. It is kind of like, it feels like a somewhat ratcheted, soft ratcheted system on the knees. You don't get the ratchet sound, but you do get the ratchet feel in a way. All right. Like I said, let's go that far out. At the ankles, you do get twist at the shins. Let me see. So you do get at the thigh too. So yeah, you get pivot at the thigh. And you get at the ankle and the shins. The ankles can move down about that much. Move far up about that much. And that's about it. You could pivot side to side. All right. So there's the accessory on Ahsoka. Articulations on Ahsoka right there. So let's go ahead and look at the accessories now. So you do get different hands. You get 2 separate hands right here. Then you're gonna get another 2 lightsaber hands. And then you get 1 closed fist. So you don't get the other pair to go do the dap. Then you get this accessory part right here. This is to swap out for hair. So you want to put the lightsabers on her. You take this piece off right here, and then you swap it out one of these. The 2 pegs go on the inside with the 1 peg sticking out. So you have the lightsaber go on there. And the way the lightsaber goes on there, you just take this piece off right here. You take that black piece off right there. And then that'll fit into the peg. So you do get 2 of those. And then you get 2 wrist sockets. And then you get the holograms. You get Obi-Wan. I always like the way it looks. Like the little ripple effect through there. And then you get Anakin. And then you get Yoda. Yes. I think there's like a detonator grenade. So you get this also. Cool detail on that. And then you get the little comm where the hologram plugs into. So you get the little, we got one side here. And then you flip it over right here. And you can get that little peg there. And that's where the hologram fits in right there. Perfect. Just like that. So you want to have her calling somebody. When I first saw this, it kind of looked like the throwing disc from the Predators. And then, of course, you get the base. Ahsoka Tano right there. I'm more likely not going to use the base, that's why I kept the plastic on there. And then you get the stand. So now you get the 2 lightsabers. You get a shorter lightsaber and the longer lightsaber. So you get both lightsabers right here. The hilts are different, obviously. And the length of the blade is obviously different too. So she has both of those. And then you have the action effect. When she's swinging the lightsabers, you get 1 for each. And then you get her robe. The robe is, let's see, there is somewhat, it's like a light bendy wire going from the portion here all the way down. Not around, there's no bendy wire here. That's all regular. And then bendy wire here. And also across the hood, you get bendy wire around the hood here. Decent material, doesn't feel cheap. So that's pretty cool. And then this is the little tool that you would use for her eyes. So basically, the face is magnetic. So you basically pull off, I'll show you real quick right now. Kind of pull this off right here. And this part right here comes off her headpiece. And the magnet is right there. And then behind there, you can see the pair system right there. So you'll take this tool and just put it right in there to adjust the eyes for whichever angle you prefer. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on her, and let's go ahead and get some size comparison started. There we go, right in. We have Ahsoka Tano staying there in a default pose, so let's go ahead and get some size comparisons, and let's go ahead and let's make it all females affair today. You know what I'm saying? So just for once, change it up. So let's go ahead and bring in a Hot Toys Rey. I know a lot of people don't like this figure too much, but I still enjoy her. So there we have Rey. Let's go ahead and bring in another Hot Toys, and let's go ahead and bring in the Hot Toys Armorer. So there we have the armor. And now, last but not least, let's bring in a different figure from a different line. And let's bring in the TB League Vampirella, one of my favorite figures and characters of all time. And there we have Vampirella. So as you can see, Vampirella is taller than them, which is basically, that's how she is in the comics. She's a little bit taller. As you guys know, I love Vampirella. She be showing that thigh action. So there we go. Good size comparison with Ahsoka Tano and different figures from within the Hot Toys line and one from without the Hot Toys line. All right, so let's go get the final thoughts and final poses. Now we have Ahsoka battling Darth Maul. And I love the way this figure poses with the legs. I love the fact that we get fabric on the legs, which gives a wide range of articulation without causing damage to the suit or to the pants. I love that. That is, to me, very key because the final pose I want to have her in my display kind of hinders on the actual costume not letting her articulate. So now the fact that I know I can't get articulation on the legs the way I want to, I'm super happy with this figure so far. The hands, even with their silicone, they still do good amount of articulation. The elbows don't bend a full 90 degree because of the silicone seamless body, but it's still good enough to get good poses for, you know, action poses like this. And for other poses I may have in the next pose, I was messing around with it. And it's basically identical to Rey. Her arms are the same as that arm Rey has, just obviously different color. On my left arm, or actually my right arm, sorry, the peg doesn't fully sit into one of the hands. That's one of the issues I did have. But when I swapped out to the other hand, I had no issue at all. It went into the peg, no problem at all. As you can see here, Ahsoka does have a little culito right there. So I do like that too, obviously. You are hindered with the head articulation with I forget the name of the thing. Things are coming down, or the tendrils coming down from her head. They are limiting the articulation. I kind of wish I could have her looking down more on Darth Maul, but because of that, I couldn't get that pose the way I wanted to. But this is still good enough action pose for both these characters. It would have been better with the solo Maul. I mean, the other Maul. I don't have that Maul. I didn't want to get that Maul. I'm happy with the DX16 and this Maul right here. But back to the main person we're doing a review for, Ahsoka. And just, I love the pose you can get away with her. I was nervous with her hands not being able to pose good. I do want to try to get some kind of pose where I can have her pose dynamically, but without causing damage to the arms. We're gonna try to see that at the next final pose. But this figure looks beautiful, man. The eyes, they kind of like, you know, they don't have that deep sunken in like the profile. I mean, not the profile, the little instruction manuals that Sideshow released previously. A lot of people were worried because the eyes look crazy. They do not look crazy. The eyes look beautiful in hand. You can actually see the reflection in them. So I'm happy with the eyes. I'm not gonna use the purse system as much, like I said, because I might just get OCD and not be happy with one looking a little bit off. But I'm happy with the figure so far. So let's go ahead and get to that last pose right about now. So with the cloth goods on her pants, I can get away with this pose too without causing any damage to the figure. And if you notice, still have the arms straight, so there's gonna be no creases on the on the elbows or just inside seams of the elbows on the arms. So to me, this is a beautiful and perfect pose for her to keep it in my display. Something like this. This is more of what I have an idea of my display. I'm gonna have a bunch of, I have two more 501st Clone Troopers. I'm gonna have one with the I forgot the name of the number, but the Ahsoka painted helmet on, and then one with the from Series 1 helmet on. So I kind of have a different flavor of each clone trooper. And of course Rex, and I miss my Anakin. So this is gonna be the pose I'm gonna keep her in, something like this. And this is what I love about the figures. I can get away with this pose and not have to worry about anything, which is one thing I was really, really worried about with those seamless arms. But I was able to get that pose off without that bend. So that's a good thing. And the cloth, the only thing I'm kind of worried about is like the little flaps that kind of go over her, the front of her waist. They are kind of like material that I'm not sure that if it stays bent or creased long, does it cause damage or not. So that's something I have to keep an eye on going forward from here on out with this pose. But I don't have to worry about the legs. You can adjust the knee pads. You can move those things up, because if you move them, you bend the knees 90, like a full bend. The knee pads do slide down, but they are easily able to adjust, so you can get them adjusted perfectly. I love the Yoda hologram thing right there. Gonna have that, hopefully they announced Obi-Wan, so I can have the Obi-Wan go with this set too. But I'm loving this figure so far. Yeah, she took long to come out, but to me, I think it was worth the wait. She came out. I don't see any issues with her, honestly. Like I said, the only thing I can say negative about her is the limited articulation around the head and the neck area, due to that, the headdress that she has on and everything. But other than that, I have no issues with it. It's been a while since I had Star Wars Hot Toys that can pose this good. I think the last one that posed pretty good actually was Captain Rex. I want to say, was it Captain Rex or my other clone trooper? I did on Pose Wars. I did one, and I was able to actually get them posed really, really good. And this is why I fell in love, and I wanted to go the Star Wars route when I started collecting Hot Toys, because I can get away with dynamic poses on these figures, and unlike Marvel MCU stuff, I can keep them posed like this without causing damage in the future. Like, I'm still stuck right now in a situation with my Spider-Man. I don't know how I want to keep him posed in my display without causing damage to the suit. I don't have to worry about this with my Star Wars figure. And this Ahsoka is beautiful, man. The face stands out when you have her in person. The shape of the lips, the color, even the eyes. Like the eyes, it looks like she's looking at you with the glare on the eyes. It almost looks like glass eyes, but they're not glass eyes. But that's how good they are. The suit looks good. The color palette of the suit, the way it feels, everything in general, like in her, feels good. Just the neck portion, like I said, the articulation. But I hope you guys get this figure and enjoy this figure as much as you enjoyed this review. And if you did enjoy the review, please hit that like and subscribe button. Click that bell notification so you can be notified of upcoming reviews and videos from my channel. Thank you for the support, my fellow viewers and collectors. And as always, keep collecting, stay safe, be good, dale.